Hey guys, welcome back. I'm actually doing a real quick project here. It's literally like 90 degrees outside. Started cutting the grass. I got halfway done. I got rained on, so I was soaked. So it stopped raining. Just waiting for it to dry out a little bit so I can go back out there and finish. I did change out the wheels on the dually today, and I got the rest of the parts, loose parts that I want to get prepped and painted this week. So those are all piled up over there, ready for a little body work and painting. I swapped out the front rims for some just junkyard rims, and I took the outside back ones off. They're all in my van. I'm taking them to the owner tomorrow, and he's sending them out to get repolished because they're aluminum and they've been sitting forever and they're all corroded and everything else. So he's gonna send those out and get them repolished up. So my goal this week is get these parts painted. Love to get this engine compartment painted, the door jambs and underside of the hood. It's a lot, but I think I can accomplish it. Just working on it. You know, it shouldn't take terribly long to get it done. I think I'll be able to get it done. So that's all that's really left then will be the cab itself, painting that. And also I want to wire wheel down this whole rear frame section, and I'll probably go under the truck and do a little wire wheeling, but I want to clean all this up and paint it satin black. Oh, you know what else I need to paint? Door handle. The buckets for the door handles, which I believe I have all new ones or mostly new ones, so that'll be easy. They just need to be scuffed and shot. So today, because I'm doing stuff around the house that I need to get done, because it seems like I have to do stuff around the house every single day nonstop. But anyways, I'm also working on this back building, getting it ready for concrete. Let's take a walk back there. I have moved some stuff. Once this dually leaves in the next, hopefully 3-4 weeks, that's my goal. Once the dually leaves, all this is going to be cleaned out right here. Dually parts will be gone. There's a Mustang under that cover and on 59 Impala hardtop. Those two cars are coming into the front building. The 59 hardtop is going in the spray booth. The Mustang's going where the dually's sitting up front. Once that happens, all this stuff gets shifted that way, and I get ready for concrete in here. So what I've been trying to do is every couple days or once a week, twice a week, I try to do a little project here and there so that when the concrete's done back there, I will be able to put stuff together quicker because I've done the little stupid things ahead of time. So basically what I'm doing now is I came up with the idea yesterday is I was looking at towel bars for the bathroom. Toilet paper holder, a towel holder, because I'm putting a shower out there. I don't know if I'll ever use a shower, but I'm putting one out there anyways. And a holder to hold some paper towels, a roll of paper towels. So what I came up with yesterday, I was like, you know what? I went and looked around and I'm like, I didn't really like what was for sale. So I picked up these 3/4 inch flanges for black pipe, and I'm not gonna paint these. I'm gonna let these go. If they start rusting a little bit, it's fine by me. I'm going for the rustic look, so I'm fine with that. So I picked these up. So these are gonna screw to the wall. They're threaded. Then I picked up these 3/4 inch copper threaded ends that will thread into those, okay? And then I picked up 90s to make my bends for the towel bar and the toilet paper holder and all that stuff. Now the toilet paper holder will only be single-sided, so that you can slide the roll on and off. And what else I did is I was thinking in my head, I'm like, you know, I really don't want to solder these. I could easily take my torch here and some solder and solder them together, but I'm not the greatest copper pipe solderer because I don't do it every day. I can get it to not leak, but it might turn blue and purple from just running too much heat because I don't do it every day to get good at it. So I just was searching online. I'm like, there's got to be a way. I was just going to use like super glue or something like that, and I'm like, I don't know if that will really stick to copper. So lo and behold, on Amazon I found this, and it says just for copper. It's an adhesive that sets up like really fast. Let's see where it says that at. Oh, bonds in 5 seconds. So it starts to set in 5 seconds. They say that you can run water through the pipe after using this. I don't know if I trust that, but for this situation, for making towel bars, why not? You know how easy this is versus sweat, cleaning the joints, fluxing them, soldering them, cleaning off the solder, all that stuff. I figured, heck with it, let's just do this. And they give you a little piece of emery cloth because they want you to sand it with 60 grit. They say do not use a wire brush. So if any of you guys have done plumbing in the past, you take your round wire brush inside your fitting and you scuff it up in there with your brush, and then you put your flux in there, and then you use your emery cloth on the outside, and then you put flux on that, you put them together and you solder them. But this says not to use the brush inside, so we're going to just use the sandpaper for everything like the instructions say. I've never used this glue before. I don't know if it's going to work, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to just kind of do this and see what happens. So I'm going to make a 24-inch bar to hang a towel on. I'm going to make a toilet paper holder, which would be about 8 inches long, and then I have rolls of paper towel here so I can figure out what length I want them to be, because it's going to go like this and the pipe's going to come up. I forgot to get a 3/4 inch cap, 2 of them. I'll have to pick up 2 3/4 inch caps later, but that's not a big deal. I can get those tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about filming that part. So of course they got to stick price tags on everything. Luckily that one came off. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll come off. I have some lacquer thinner right here if I need them. Now I'm not going to clear coat these or anything. I'm just going to let nature take its course, and whatever color they turn into is what they're going to look like in the future. Not going to, it would be kind of cool to leave them bright copper, but I don't know. Everything's going to be kind of rustic, and I just think it's going to be better to just let them do what they're going to do. But yeah, I definitely missed picking up 2 caps. I might even run out tonight and get them and just glue them on so I'm done with this project. But this isn't going to take very long. Now I was going to cut the pipe with my pipe cutter. Once again, if any of you guys have done plumbing, you get a pipe cutter and it spins around the pipe. Problem with the pipe cutter is when it's spinning around the pipe, it scratches the pipe. Where the wheels ride on the pipe, it kind of puts like a scratch mark in it. So I'm going to cut the pipe with an angle grinder and a cutoff wheel. I figure that way I can just, it'll be a cleaner cut. I don't know if anybody's going to be interested in watching this, but I figure, why not? Maybe somebody will want to do this in their bar or their bathroom or something, who knows. So these are all cleaned off pretty much and ready to go as far as the stickers. Now this has some red writing on it because they print on these pipes. And I don't know if lacquer thinner will take it off or not. I would imagine it would. Yep, takes it right off. So first thing we need, let's make the towel bar that's going to hold the towel. That's 24 inches long, plus the 90s. But we're going to cut this at 24. I know I brought a tape measure over here. Here it is. So we'll cut this at 24. Grab a pair of glasses. I did forget those because I don't really feel like getting a piece of copper in my eye. It's not like we need a perfect straight cut. We're not running water through this or anything like that. So now we have that cut. We just take our emery cloth here. We got a little bit of burrs from the grinding wheel. And we're not looking for perfection either. As long as the glue holds, it's all that matters. Might have scuffed a little bit too far. That's all right. Now, I don't know how much glue to use. Should probably look at the instructions on that. Shake bottle well. Clean copper pipe connectors with 60 grit sandpaper. Do not use a wire brush. Shake bottle well and apply just for copper to pipe and connector at the, both pieces, and then put them together. It says rotate and align within 5 seconds. So obviously we're going to do one side at a time. Let's move the camera a little bit here. You have to let me know if this kind of stuff is something you guys are interested in seeing. I'm always doing weird stuff like this. Okay, so they want me to apply it to the fitting. And I'm not going to get a brush and completely coat this thing. We're not trying to seal up a pipe from leaking. We're just trying to bond it together to be a towel bar. You know what's funny? This stuff smells like super glue. It's probably super glue. So I twisted it and I'm holding it. It's holding pretty good already. If you were to try to use it for plumbing, you would want to get a little brush and fully coat this thing very well. And I wonder if it would work for plumbing. That'd be kind of cool because, if you ever are doing any sort of plumbing and you end up having water in your pipe, if anybody's tried sweating a pipe with water in it, it doesn't work out because you can't get the pipe hot enough to get the solder to go on. Okay, so we have those made. Now we have to make a little piece between this connector and that connector, a piece of 3/4 so that the two can slide together, plus we need it to move away from the wall. So I'm gonna hold these two up like this, just to kind of get an idea of how far out we are. And I think we're gonna wanna come out, that it's gonna slide into the fitting. So we're gonna lose an inch right there. Almost 1.25 inches we're gonna lose just in the fitting. So if we make it 2 inches, that's gonna bring this up. I think that's pretty good. We'll cut 2 2-inch pieces. Yeah, it smells like super glue with like a little bit of like a sour smell. Ah, it's weird. Don't really know what it is. Okay, so let's cut 2 pieces that are 2 inches long. I want to try to get them as accurate as possible because one side is a lot longer than the other, you're going to notice. But if it's a 1/16 longer than the other, you're never going to notice. I'm just going to use this to mark this one. Ooh, that one's hot. I guess they want you to use a 60 grit. My guess would be that the glue goes into the grooves of it and kind of holds it, I'm not worried about greasy hands or anything like that on this stuff. We're not, like I said, we're not trying to keep water from leaking out of these. So if you were to do this to solder them to put it together for a water line, you would, once you clean this, you don't want to put your fingers on it. You don't want any oil from your fingers getting onto this area because that could possibly contaminate it and cause it not to get a good solder joint. And you could use 60 grit sandpaper too. They just gave me this little piece, which is kind of small. So let's put the nipple into this connector first. Ah, crap, there's some burrs showing on this one. I wonder if it'll slide in. I didn't get them all off. Darn it. I don't know how much time I have with this glue. I don't know if it's one of those things once the two touch together is when they bond or what. And if anybody's watching this and has used this, let me know. I'm curious to see if you can actually use this for water. I'd be pretty skeptical. But projects like this is a great idea. Okay, now these are already sanded. That's tight, man. I tell you what, I'm not gonna go cranking on it with a pipe wrench, but it would be kind of cool to see how strong it actually is. Now, I don't know, I don't think these things would walk out like PVC pipe does when you glue PVC pipe together. If you don't hold them, it'll push apart. I don't think this does that. Okay, so now I just gotta thread these on. And the good part about this is you just thread these on until they start getting tight, but you want your screws on both sides to kind of line up. You know, you don't want them to be like one side the screw holes are like this and the other one they're here. You want them to be the same on both. So basically, I just made a towel bar that looks way cooler than what you could buy. Literally in just a couple minutes of time. Look at that. I think that's pretty damn cool looking. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. So that's one done. So now we just got to make a toilet paper holder and a paper towel holder. Get some more ink off of this pipe. I bought a 5-foot section of pipe, which is expensive. It was like 18 bucks. I mean, a 10-footer is like 30. Copper's really getting expensive. I was going to use 1/2 inch, but I don't think that would be bulky enough looking. You know, I think it would just look chintzy at 1/2 inch thick. So I went with 3/4. So now the toilet paper holder, we only need to do one side. 1L, 8 inches. I think a roll of toilet paper is about 6. So we're gonna go, let's go 7 inches. Because I don't want it to hang out real far past a roll of toilet paper. You're gonna need a 2-inch, well, shoot, probably more than a 2-inch, because the toilet paper, you need a bigger gap probably between the wall. Let's do 2.5 inches. And then we have the paper towel roll here so we can kind of measure how big we need to make that one. Tell you what, man, if you're on a job doing plumbing and your pipe cutter broke, angle grinder with a cutoff wheel actually works pretty darn good. I'm gonna prep all these parts right now, sand them all, then we just glue them real quick. I think this says you can do 60 half-inch pipe joints. If I read that correct. Maybe I'm wrong. Thought I saw that right there. You can use it on pipes up to 2 inch in diameter. And it has a pressure rating of 500 PSI. I just find it hard to believe. And it can handle temperatures up to 230 degrees. 110 degrees Celsius. Does not conduct electricity. Makes up to 40 bonds on half-inch copper pipe. I think it was only like 15 bucks, if I remember correctly. So I'll probably have $70 in this project, and like the towel bar kits and stuff that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards, they're about 50 to 80 to 100 bucks depending on what kind, and they're, you know, everybody has them. At least this is something cool and different, I think, at least. You could do it with black pipe. I did that in my house in one bathroom. I made towel bars out of black pipe, but I already did that. I wanted something different. This knife works good to get these burrs off from the grinder. Blade's kind of dull, which is kind of nice. I don't have to worry about cutting myself as easily. Yeah, so basically they want you to rotate it in the glue just like you would PVC. And that, my guess, is to just kind of rotate it and get all the glue around the pipe completely. Okay. Sucks, I forgot those caps. And probably run, like I said, I'll probably run out tonight just so that I can finish this. Man, that like sticks pretty quick. Look at how it looks on there. It's just like copper color almost. I think it's clear, maybe a little bit of a brownish tint to it. Let me look. Yeah, it's got some brownness to it. Yeah, it's copper colored. Sticky, I'll tell you that much. It definitely reminds me of super glue. Okay, this one I might tighten a little bit more with the pipe wrench because you don't want it to spin on you. Actually, I got it pretty tight by hand. So that's that one. I have it at a slight, just a tiny bit of an angle, which I'd like it to be like that, keeps the paper towel roll or toilet paper from falling off. So that one's done, other than I got to get that cap on the end. So now we just have to do the one for the paper towel holder. And kind of figure here, it's okay if it's a little tall because it's going to go into that 90. We're going to cut it right there. If this wasn't a used wheel, it would be wide enough to cut all the way through without having to spin the pipe. You could probably use Brasso and repolish these things up if you want to keep them polished. Now, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, love to put stickers on everything. But if anybody wants to get sticker residue or anything off of copper pipe, lacquer thinner works really well. And it doesn't make the finish look funky. Okay, so if this is like this, we have this 90 on here. Let's just assume that we even get a fatter roll of paper towels in the future. Cut it right there. And let me, I'll let you know what the measurement is. In case anybody wants to make them, they can use these measurements. 3 1/4. Let's do 3 1/2. It's not gonna hurt. In case you get one of those jumbo rolls of paper towels. I always use the cheap ones. So out of a 5-foot pipe, that's all I have left. I'll hang on to this, you never know. You can use it for something. I wonder if this lasts or if it gets bad, if it goes bad or not. Kind of used a lot of it. Should have enough to do the 2 caps. I got a couple buddies that do plumbing. I'm going to ask them if they've ever used this or seen it. Now you could buy these ends in galvanized as well, which would be a silver look, or you could paint them. You know, I could have painted these copper colored if I wanted to, but I figured, you know, the bathroom's gonna be a couple different colors. You know, it's gonna have different stuff going on, so I don't think that's a bad idea because all my fixtures and everything are black. So there's that. And that'll work. Probably should have cut it a hair higher. Oh no, there it goes. It was just hanging up. Perfect. Once that cap goes on, it'd be perfect. So that's it. Quick, easy project. Figured I'd make a video on it. If anybody's interested in making something like this. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll have plenty of more goofy stuff coming up. I ordered these like lanterns for the bathroom, one on each side of the mirror, and then one that's going to hang from a chain. And I thought they were like copper and black, and they came like black and reddish looking. And I'm going to go back on Amazon and look and see if they have if I just ordered the wrong color or if that's all they offer. If that's all they offer, I might distress them myself by getting some copper spray paint first and then coming back over it with some black spray paint, or vice versa, maybe do the black and splatter some copper over top. So I might be changing the colors of that. More than likely I'm going to. I like the design of the fixture. If they don't offer it in the copper and that's all they have it in is that red, then I am going to keep them and do a little bit of my own creativeness to them to make them kind of match this type of stuff. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later this week, or maybe tomorrow, who knows?